All right, y'all. So what I have done is I have purchased all the material that you need to build you a pretty good looking gravity deer feeder. There's a lot of options out there on the market these days. Gravity feeders still exist. I grew up on gravity feeders, but I also love doing DIY stuff. And the kicker here is that yes, you can take the same amount of money that was spent on this material and go buy you one. However, sitting out here outsourcing the material, going to your local markets and finding what you need, putting it together, bringing it home, you miss out on the part of doing it yourself, customizing it. When I get done with it, I want it to look good. I want it to look as though it was store-bought. You can look at it and tell that some attention went into it, and that's what we're doing today. So I'm gonna flip you around, show you what I got, break it all down to you, and then we're gonna put it together. Here we go. All right, y'all, so first thing is first, we need something to put the corn in, right? This is what I found. I found a 32-gallon trash can, 3/4 conduit. I bought two 10-footers, cut them in half down to 5 feet, so you get 4 5-footers. You're only gonna use 3. And I just went down 3 inches from the top to here, flattened it best I could, just flattened it up. All right, the other end on this one is done like that. I just want to show y'all that go down 3 inches and turn it into that, just flatten it. Okay, on this particular project I bought this. It's a 4-pack of 3-inch corner braces. They come with screws, they come with the brackets. There's 4 of them, pre-drilled holes. I don't know what size they fit. If they don't fit 1/4, we're gonna bore it out so that it will. And that's what we're gonna put up against the barrel here. And of course we're gonna modify the angle to where it's more in a tripod stance, not a 90-degree stance. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is use 1/4-inch bolts to fasten the legs to here. Okay, so I went and bought 1/4-inch to 20 by 1.5 inch 1/4-inch bolts. Okay, these are machine screws. Carriage bolts is preferred. This is what Walmart had whenever I went and bought this and this, to stay in the realm of, you go to one spot, you can kind of pick up what you need there to roll out. So I bought 3. They're 6 to a pack. They come with nuts. So in addition to that, I need to get some lock washers. All right, split ring lock washers, 1/4-inch, 25 come in a pack. These are $1.25 a pack. Everything that I'm fixing to show you right here. So I got 3 here of the bolts, lock washers, and some fender washers, 1/4-inch by 1 1/4 wide. All right, this is going to keep that nut from going through the plastic here. Once we get that done, we're going to have to build the feeding tube. So first thing we're going to get is a flange. This is a 3-inch by 4-inch, I believe, toilet flange. Goes in, strap it down with some screws, and there you go there. We're going to fit a 9-inch section of this. This is a 4-inch 10-foot long pipe. We're going to use a 9-inch section and 2 7-inch sections. All right, and then we got the T to go with it. 9 inches is going to be the downspout right there, and 7 inches out on either end there. Once it's all said and done, here's the paint that I'm using. Some matte black and some satin nutmeg, going with the light tan and dark stuff, right? Combination. All right, y'all, so we're going to take these 90s, we're going to flare them out more. All right, open them up where they're here. We're going to try to widen it up. Okay, that way when we put it on our trash can, we can get our leg braces out of this. All right, first thing we need to do is figure out the angle. Okay, so I got 4 of them, which is pretty good because I mess up stuff. Got old hammer and a hard surface. We're gonna beat it into submission. All right, y'all, so we took 3 out of the 4. That was the original shape. We just kind of flattened it and put it on just a little angle. That's gonna be our tripod. So my plan is to measure from this line, which is factory. We're gonna measure up and we're gonna put it somewhere in there. So the bracket will sit something like that. You know what I mean? And we may break it down some more, but that's what I'm going after right there. Okay, so we're gonna get the tape measure out, measure, mark our holes, cut. We're gonna get them fastened. All right, guys, so here's gonna be our stencil for our tripod setup. This is a planter or plant box stand or something like that. It's built off of a tripod configuration there. So we're just gonna take this, line it up on our barrel on top, and try to get where the angle kind of fits what we're going after, and orientate it the way we need it orientated. So I like we'll go with that there. Maybe a little further over. And just play with it until you come up with what looks good to your eye. So I'm gonna go here. There's a mark. Mark and a mark. All right. We don't need this no more. All right, so we're just gonna spin the barrel around, find our marks, and do it again. What I'm doing is these holes that are manufactured into it are pre-drilled. I'm gonna widen them up, bore them out with a 1/4 inch bit. Simple enough. Call that good. All right, so now we got our brackets on. Flip it over and tighten everything down. So the way we're doing this is we're going fender washer, lock nut, or excuse me, lock washer, and then the nut to tighten it all down. So that's how we're putting it together, or assembling the damn bracket. All right, y'all, so we're gonna use a 7/16 wrench, and then we're gonna tighten the nuts down. The machine head screws got a Phillips head cut on them, so that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna tighten it all up. One thing about being fat, you gotta get down here on it. All right, so that's all secured now. The next step is gonna be cut a hole here so we can put our flange through. Toilet flange. All right. How we're gonna do this is we're gonna flip it up, center it best we can. The cool thing about the trash can, this particular one, is it is made in the USA. That's a plus, I guess. Anyway, it's already got an indentation right here, kind of like a cut here kind of thing. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lay it down, score it, cut out the hole. All right, y'all, that fits pretty good. Cut a hole right there. I'm gonna clean the edges up a little bit with a knife. Break that off, kind of round over the edges. If you round over the edges on your plastic that you cut, it helps fit better for some reason. When I put this in, I'm gonna put a bead of silicone right around the edge, just to help the process of, you know, if moisture gets in, creating a gasket. Don't want corn and other material getting between the flange top and the barrel itself. So that's just an extra step, a security thing for me. That's what I'm gonna do right now. So I gotta go get the daggone silicone because I think of stuff along the way. So I'm just gonna put some silicone right around the edge, and again, just making a more watertight barrier, and it's also going to add as an adhesive, and a lot of good stuff coming out of this step here. So we're just essentially making a gasket and applying some adhesive along the way. All right. Oh man, I am not a professional at this, and I will make a mess with anything. All right, so as you can see, got them strapped down. Okay. Silicone's underneath that, between it and the black. We're gonna do the legs. That's the next step. We're gonna take our conduit, put them on, mark them, drill. This was what I feared, is that this plastic on this trash can is just too thin. It's not durable enough. So the tiniest little bit of weight it gives, as you can see. And that's my mistake on design. There's stronger trash cans out there. So to battle that, and I just got all the legs on there, and it's in a tripod stance like we talked about. So to battle that, I got some wire here. This is electric fence wire. All right, we're gonna use that to help battle. We're gonna drill holes about 1 inch in on either side, on either leg, and then we're gonna run wire through there to kind of, you know, have it you know, limited on how far it can expand. So might have to double up the wrap, but again, that's a flaw on the design. So so far it's still working. Just got to modify it some more. So that's what we're gonna do. Get the old drill and get to drilling. All right, y'all. So whew, that was a little bit to figure out right there, but we did. So what's working right now is this electric fence wire. Right? I don't know why I said that back to back so fast. But anyway, I'm gonna turn you around and show you what I did to modify the problem, and that is this. This plastic is very thin. And like I showed you before, it doesn't take much for it to give. Bow in and a bow out. And the way I battled that was I drilled holes in the conduit and ran wire to prevent it expanding too far, especially when it has weight in it. So now the next step is going to be to do some plumbing. All right, so we got the T put together. Now we're going to fasten it underneath onto that flange. We're going to attach it with some screws. So right here, we're going to attach it, get it in position where we want it, orientate it, and then we're going to put some screws through the pipe and through the flange. And we are going to use these. They came with the angle brackets that we use for the legs. So I'm gonna piece that together real fast like. All right, y'all, so there it is, put together. I was gonna cut a 45 right here, but I don't know, I guess I hadn't ate enough or something. But anyway, I was I tried it on a scrap piece, and I couldn't get a 45 to save my life. But nonetheless, there's inside. And we're gonna top it off with the lid. All right, guys, there it is. 32-gallon trash can with lid, some 4-inch pipe, a toilet flange, a T, some 3/4 inch conduit for legs, modify some brackets, and put some wire in because these legs wanted to flare out way too much. But the beauty of this is you can, once you get it out in the field, and tighten everything up by just tapping it and setting it. There you go. Next step is going to be to paint it, and looking good, I think. $94 in material, and there's some places along the way that you probably could cut some of that budget down and come out even less. You know, if you can get a free 30-gallon liquid bleach drum or something like that, one of them blue ones or white ones, hey, that's even better. That plastic is durable. You can just bolt the legs straight to the barrel like I did my other one. But we're gonna paint it up real quick since we got some daylight, and see what it looks like when we're done. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Anyway, we're gonna spray paint it and give it a little camo pattern. We'll check back in whenever we get her done. Anyway, I'm gonna flip y'all around and show y'all the final product. Remember, it's not that hard. You just got to get creative, and you will amaze yourself as to what you can accomplish. You just take your damn time and focus. You know what I'm saying? I think we lack in that department.